Hello, my name is Ogundipe Temitope. I belong to the MMA Guidance School Batch 2017-01-13 Group 23 and Skype Group Batch 24 AS. I'm here to talk to you today about the definition of MMM, the ideology of MMM, how MMM works, the rules guiding MMM, and the goodies in MMM. Firstly, what is MMM? MMM is a social financial platform in which operates on a peer-to-peer system basis. Participants donate money directly to each other's bank account, and marvels are being assigned as when you provide help, when you render assistance. Marvel is the mode of it's like the currency being used on the MMM platform, and there is no bank in MMM. MMM does not have a central account because the participants pay to each other directly. MMM is like a piggy bank where you put money into, and when you need the money anytime, you can go and request or collect your money. The ideology of MMM. Do you know that we live in an unfair world? Do you know that we live in a world whereby slavery has been in existence even before the birth of Jesus Christ? The rich people and the people that are high up, the filthy rich people, put the poor people, the people that are not as rich as them, in chains, and they use their fellow human beings to do their dirty work for their own personal amusement, just because they are richer than them. So they just bind people, put them into chains, and use them as slaves. And as time goes on, you putting people in chains, using people as slavery diminishes out of the existence. But now we now have money. Money is the legal tender for anything you want in this world. If you want to buy anything, eat, buy food, transportation, housing, name anything you want to do in this world, everything requires money. And do you know money is made out of paper? And do you know that there are some people that are in charge of this printing of money? These people are the filthy rich people that we have in this world. And since they know that everything you need in this world requires money, they use money as a chain to chain people down, to put people under bondage. These so-called rich people use money to put people to dance to their tune, and use people to do whatever they want, to do whatever they like. And these people, because they believe that these rich people, the work they are doing, or they are receiving some kind of money in the rate for the money, for the work they are offering or the service they are rendering these rich people, they roam about, they walk about thinking that they are free. But literally they look free, but virtually they are not free, because they are under the bondage of money. And the people, filthily rich people, are the ones controlling the money, and they indirectly or directly control the people that are not as rich as them. And do you know that the bank is a tool that they use in this whole saga? And have you ever thought of what exactly does the bank offers, or the product that they produce for the community, for the society? What is really the goods they are producing? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of how the bank and the bankers makes their money? Do you, if money is actually the um uh, equal is the equivalent to the amount of work you do, to how hard you work, do you know that miners and the firefighters and the people that work their ass off day in day out will be the richest people in the world, not the bankers that does not produce anything? They only sit behind their computer systems, sit in their offices, and they live extraordinary and flamboyant life more than the people that work their ass off day in day out. Have you ever thought of how these bankers and these bankers make their money? Here it is how they make their money, how the bank and the bankers make their money. For example, here is Drake that desires a TV that costs $100 from Bobby, which is the seller. Drake only have $10 with him, so he gives the $10 that he's having with him to Bobby and tells Bobby not to sell the TV, that he's going to balance the remaining $90 to Bobby later. So Bobby decides to deposit that $10 that Drake gave to him to the banker Raj. Raj is the banker. Bobby deposited $10 to Raj, and the $10 is the money that Drake gave to Bobby. So later on, Drake runs to Raj for assistance, for financial assistance, which is loan, and Raj gives Drake the $10 out of the $90 loan that Drake requested, and asked Drake to come back the following day. So being that Raj gave Drake $10,000, Drake goes home happy, and he runs to Bobby and gives $10 to Bobby, which in turn Bobby gives $10 that Drake gave to him to Raj. Bobby deposited the $10 that was given to him to Raj, and do you know that remains $80 for Drake to balance up money for the TV. So the following day, Drake goes to Raj as Raj promised. He gave the $10 to loan to Drake, and Drake also goes to Bobby and gives that $10. If you notice, that $10 is circulating on and on like that, from 90 to 80 to 70. Or Raj will be giving Drake the money, $10 like known like that, until Drake was able to balance up $10, the $100 for the TV to Bobby, and Bobby is going to give the TV to Drake. Drake goes home happy with the TV that is so much treasured to have. Do you now know what happens at the end of the day? Drake has the TV, but he is forever indebted to Raj the banker, because he is owing Raj is a total of $90 or $100 based on the interest being charged for the services being of the loan being given to Drake, and Drake won't be able to pay up that money, and he'll be working all day in day out just to serve Raj. And do you know that during this process, Raj is able to have a total of approximately 200 naira gain, Raj, which is the bank just made a total of 200 naira gain with just one click out of the thin air. So if you are thinking that okay, the Raj is indebted of $100 to Bobby. Bobby, how is he going to pay Bobby? Do you know that there are several millions of Bobby that decides to deposit their money in with Raj, which is the bank, and all of them can't come at the same time to withdraw their money. But if this happens, if all of them comes to withdraw their money at the same time, the bank Raj will goes bankrupt. But all of them can't come to withdraw money at the same time. So the debts that Raj is owing Bobby is actually virtual. It is not real, and Raj is growing fat on other people's money by circulating the money that people are depositing as loan to people that requires the money, that wants to borrow the money. This is how the people are being put under financial bondage. This is how money put the rich people and the bank put people under financial bondage. And you know that there are some people that are responsible for how this money is being circulated in the world. The body is called FED. The FED, Federal Reserve System. They are the body that oversees how money is being circulated in the world. FED is the head, the world is the body, and the banks are the blood vessels, and the money is the blood. So this is how the FED puts people under bondage. Okay, this FED even have power over the president of the United States, because they are the ones that decides how the amount of money the president is going to put into circulation. So any country that gives that wants its money to be printed, we have to give the United States its natural resources. Let's take for example Nigeria. Nigeria is going to give one of its natural resources, for example crude oil, to the United States, and instead of the United States to pay them in their own currency, they are going to pay Nigeria back by allowing Nigeria to print the currency naira in the value of the natural resources that Nigeria gave to them. Thereby the US is gaining much more from the crude oil, which is the natural resources, and the printed money is going to be disbursed to the Central Bank of Nigeria and to the Central Bank of other countries, and this Central Bank of other countries disperses the money to the banks under them. So this is how FED controls money, how money is being circulated in the world. And do you know that if a country decides not to partner with FED, to follow the rules of FED, and said they decided to print their own currency on their by themselves, FED is going to make sure that the currency of that particular country that goes against it is being devalued, and that particular currency won't be able to be converted into any other currency in the world. Thereby that particular country is be shut out. So therefore all the countries are trying it as much as possible to dance to the tune of FED, and this FED comprises of the filthy rich people in the world. Thereby they are using money to put people under bondage, and people roam around and thinking they are free, but they are under financial bondage. So if this is what MMM is against, with MMM financial apocalypse is inevitable. MMM is here to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, MMM is here to liberate people financially. This is what MMM is all about, and this is what the